Hello, and hello. And we are back. Back again. A little bit of a different setup. Kinda, sorta. Going to be doing a focus on kick for, let's say, a month. And see how it pans out. Continuing with Avowed, and yes, the VODs will be on YouTube. For anyone that misses the stream and when the VODs actually disappear. So, with that, let's get started. I changed some settings a bit. See if we can get this running at 60 while streaming and recording at 60. Okay, I do have everything set up right. So, everything we have done, but I'm pretty sure this is as clear as you can get the map. As we all saw yesterday, I really tried, and just these clouded areas just will not undo. Unless there's something here I missed. I don't think so. We are now moving on to Bior Mes Iverno, or Iverno, however you say it. I'm so tempting to get rid of... Oh no, you're a fine quality too. I shouldn't, they're all level 2s. Alright, never mind. So are you. Alright, you know what? Stash, stash. Ooh. Move speed, resistance to frost, stamina. Let's just put you both away. Essence, so what am I wearing? This is maximum stamina, parry efficiency, constitution, carry capacity. Yo, I need to put you on. 15 carry capacity. What? Looks so ugly though. You guys are pointless. Alright, let's see. So move speed, carry capacity, constitution, regenerates while walking, while also resistance to poison and bleed accumulation. Shock damage. I'm using shock, so you can go. Parry and stamina, that could help. Stealth attack, critical. No. No. Or core speed and maximum no. It's kind of nice, but... Alright, so I'm stuck between these and Boots of the Bricklayer because of the carry I don't need the carry capacity. I'll do this. I'll stay on all the healing I can have. So with that being said, I don't need this. Steel poison damage, 50% food. Nothing essence regenerate from potions and food. Alright, so you're on the left finger. Request, don't need that. Nope, drinking a potion clears all your accumulations. That would be handy, but fire damage now. Although I do have a fire sword, so leave regenerate essence while close to a companion. What is this? Resolve. Alright. Let's keep it like that. That'll work. Alright, so now 6, 5, 6. Let's do base, Steel Garrote, and the Queen's Burden. The Queen's... Ooh. Or base. Kai's training. Alright. Not worried about you. Alright, so we're going to... get all these exclamation marks off. Alright. Documents, what do we got? I know one thing I didn't change, but that's okay. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And tutorials. Oh my god, so many! Be actually pretty cool if this game has a new game plus. Alright. Now, let's continue on to Fjord Mess Iverno, or Iverno. Sorry that took so long. I was just going through everything and clearing out the backpack, you know, all that good stuff before you go on a long journey is highly necessary. Travel to Emerald Stair.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
I got a second chance at life. You deserved one too. I didn't come here to play executioner.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
They're paladins devoted to Wodica, zealous but effective. They're often employed to hunt traitors and oathbreakers. They'll help bring order to the frontier. Their order may have started in Adir, but don't confuse those fanatics with us.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
Little tension is healthy, even between allies. It's hard to believe she's supposed to be working with him. I do not catch your drift.
And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
They brought me back to life. If they meant harm, they could have left me. I don't know that yet, because they like to have philosophical discussions and talk in poems.
We'll maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Animancy is outlawed in Ader for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous. No one understands souls like they do. If they know something, we should hear them out. The Living Lands is an odd place for a colony of scholars.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hillguard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to Paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
Can't wait to see this. And they've managed to survive in the wilderness?
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the Living Lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Hopefully they've been able to learn something of the Dream Scourge right when the Dream Scourge appears. Right when the Dream Scourge appears, the possible connection is troubling.
Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
We'll go to the cabin.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
Delimgon?
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
I know enough not to wander blindly into a Delimgon's den. It's exactly the kind of journey I was hoping for. I didn't expect this assignment to get this complicated. This is going to be easy.
I'd hope so. I think that goes without saying.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Yes, let's get started.
Now that you mention it, You're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Ooh. Came here right at a camp. Alright, that's one thing I haven't done in a while is oh, raw fish or cooked fish. Hold on. Hmm.
By the
go.
way, I never met that Orlin girl before in my life.
What Orlin girl?
You remember. The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks? With the thing on her head?
Oh, yeah. Nice eyes, chipped tooth. Thinking about her again, huh?
You thought we had a past or something. But I never seen her before in my life.
We could see her again if you want. I think she liked you.
Well, anyway, just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, a good talk.
Some women like the brooding, mysterious types. You just gotta work on your small talk.
Exit here. All right. Hold up. How? So, all right. So settlement. Settlement. Probably some type of area. Maybe something here. Something here. Something there. And then maybe this area? Maybe? I don't know. Ooh. Say, I hope she didn't die. Oh.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
Are you one of Sansa's cartographers by chance? Obviously not. What do you need a ladder for?
To climb, of course.
You're welcome to my shoulders.
There's a godless artifact just out of reach, and I must have it. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
You said something about the godless. Who are they? What are you suggesting? Can we focus? Are you flirting with me?
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his hands. He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now. Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
Well... Oh no, she's standing right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Money, money, money. Money. Ooh. Got another one right there, nice.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Please don't hold it against me. Didn't mean it. Thought it was up for grabs. It was just there. It was shining. Shining at me. Telling me to go through it. Because you know you want to.
Unseen, unheard.
Teach you anyways. I don't think it's any of these vases that I can just walk through and break.
You're mine now!
Nice.
Good fighting.
I'm poisoned. Owie. Oh. So what do we got over here? Some of this stuff? Oh. Interesting. So he would come off here. Alright. Oh, it's up there. Alright, let's check around over here. Alright, excavation log. Governor Vidara orders us to halt the excavation. Emerald Stair is going through changes and it's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concerns, these ruins have been here a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. Wish I could say the same for us. Feels like the land doesn't want us here, and I can't argue with the land. Don't you dare. Excuse me. All right. Well, these ruins don't seem terribly unsafe. I don't know what he's worried for. It's the vase, the godless vase. Turn the vase to Yatsli. Let's open this. Adra, you are my one and only Adra. Go over here. Drop down here. Hello.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Fair enough, but you promised me information on the governor. It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
If you say so, darling. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something
Oh.
I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Wow.
And of course I forgot a ladder. Wonderful.
The joke did not go over well. Notice from the governor, travels to Emerald Stair, proceed at your own risk. Unprecedented environmental changes have weakened our infrastructure, opened treacherous sinkholes, and angered the flora and fauna. Unless you have critical business in Fiormes Severno, Suggest you turn back until the situation normalizes, which would be any day now. Governor Ignacy Vidaro. Someone has scribbled at the bottom. This is the new normal. I don't like it. I already don't like it. Did you say something is the...
This is mine.
Alright, I'm just a shitty shot. I'm sorry. Why would you have an ability that just sacrifices yourself? Like, why? Ew. Torn out journal entry. I've had these dreams lately. I tried talking to the others. They think I'm insane. I'm not. There's something in the earth, in the island. I've spoken to animanters, watchers, and priests. No one understood. I have felt it. When no god answered my prayers, when I was without a single mercy, I felt it. The radiating heat of packed dirt and the cooling kiss of the wind. I'm not their champion. I'm not even the first to know them. I'm an ant before the awe of infinity. Something is coming. Dark times, sick times. I will be with them when it happens. The tiniest margin closer to divinity. I think you were infected with the Dream Scourge. Right now, does this count? It does, because I found it.
I've never seen Emerald stare like this. It's usually so nice.
It's the Dream Scourge. It's like destroying everything. What are you? Oh, okay. We'll go that way in a bit.
More of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it? As if people weren't hungry enough.
What are you talking about? Ooh. The hell is going on in here? Treasure map painter's regret. There is no place for art in a living land's gone mad. Once this was a haven of free expression and research, but our voices have been silenced, our defiance stilled, our colors blended to obscurity. If you still have hope, find and carry my paintbrush. Perhaps you can succeed where I failed. There, so when we see a bridge like this with a waterfall, it's over here, in the city here. Oh, so you guys have no thoughts on where this should be, do you?
Here we go! Let's go!
You mean Big Boy didn't have anything? Come on. I'll double back around in a bit. Oh, hello. But my goal is I would like to clear as much of the map as we walk through as possible, so I don't have to do a whole bunch of searching later on like I did for Dawn Shore.
Yes, I explained all that. They still said no.
Gods, someone has to do something.
Hello.
I don't know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarib side?
Someone want to catch me up? Why would the Rangers side with Zarups? Having Zarup trouble? Relax, I refuse to believe the Rangers are allying with Zarups.
We have had some of the finest animantic farming equipment available until Zarups came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarups aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarups attack equipment and not just continue the raid?
Maybe we can do something about it? Makes sense. The Rangers can't go after every Zarup that breaks something.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarups have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out, and let me know what you find. I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarups are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
Alright. No problem. So we got a bum house that you're standing in front of for what reason?
Zarups and Kith usually attack each other on sight. Dahingan's the exception.
I think if I walked into a Zarup camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I'd wonder if I was invisible or something.
Ooh.
Next one's mine.
Trying to sneak up on me like that, really? Howie?
Just like the good old days.
You think? Why are you saying good old days? Like... Time capsule. Note, the capsule was placed on the 1st of Prima 2784 Ani Orosio, to commemorate the founding of Fior Messiverno 1 year ago. These pieces of our homeland were precious to us, carried from across the sea to a new frontier. We placed this cache not for ourselves, but for those who might one day inherit the land we dared call our own. Fior Messiverno is a project as much as our home. It is a test of our will against the wilderness. By now we may have lost that battle, but that does not diminish why we fought. Enjoy this land while you can. As we did then, so shall you now. Maxime Vidaro, Governor. Yeah, this time capsule's lost. It got wrecked.
Keep quiet.
Quick and quiet.
Bro, why?
That it?
I don't understand why you would run up and attack it when I was trying to stay hidden. That's unfortunate that you all died. But I came and found your items. So at least those won't stay lost forever. Right? If that's how you want to think about it.
Nice! Show me what you got!
Get up here, I dare you. Ooh. Thank God I didn't need lockpicks. Because that would have been highly upsetting. Can't climb this, can I? Oh, hello, there you are. Of course not. That would have been too much like right. Is it over here? Yeah, it was over there. Alright. Alright, let's see. Now, map-wise... Let's go this way. Good. Again, I wish there was an easier way for this. But there doesn't seem to be a way.
You told us that Animancy would save our crops, and now look, spoiled on the vine. Zarips won't even touch them.
Equipment maintenance log, oiled the essence conductor coil thing, tightened the spiritual bolt, Ripped out that garbage healing crystal. I don't know what half of this stuff does. Damn Zarps won't even touch our crops, but they sure keep tearing into our machines. I can only patch them up so many times. Go and see the tribe to the north if you don't believe me. They're not too keen on us being there. These days, neither am I.
Mancy is a process. We're talking about a delicate metaphysical ecosystem.
Machines everywhere, and none of them are doing a lick of good.
Be patient and things will get better, I promise.
Oh no, you don't!
Okay. It got a little hectic for a second. But only for a second. Other than that, we're A-okay. Are you someone to be talking to? What?
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
You got that right. This has just gotten weird. Why are you using Dream Scourge Infected to do your farming? Like, you really want to trust that? Laya Rossel's journal. Silva was acting up again. Not that I'm surprised. He was my first raising, so he's bound to be unstable. How do I prove that undead labor is the future of agriculture when my best example is a violent corpse? I should build more safeguards into their collars or invest in louder bells. Okay, so they're not just infected, they're dead bodies. We got like some Frankenstein, Night of the Living Dead shit here going on.
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
Looking for the governor. Do you know where I can find him?
Governor Vidaro? I'm sure he's snug as a maggot in a corpse in his estate. It's in Fiormezziverno, on the far side of town. But just in case it comes up, you didn't catch me digging through a corpse. Deal?
Deal. I dig through corpses all the time. I'm gonna need an explanation first. Wow.
Good. That makes you a friend. Our governor doesn't exactly approve of my area of expertise. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Nope. You're using the undead for labor?
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem if you can believe it.
Excuse me?
Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
I already did. Looks like Beatrice ate some spoiled crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me.
Yes.
But at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
I dig through a lot of corpses. I thought everyone did. What's with all the equipment around the farms?
We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields. And that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some irregularities.
Channeling souls into your crops is unconventional, but brilliant. Your farms depend on forces you can't control. That's madness. Think it could be the Dream Scourge?
Giata thinks so, and I trust Giata. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different. Animancy can change the world, but it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand.
And we'll talk later.
Come back soon.
Rather not. About to say these goat-looking things was blighted as well. I'd be a little weirded out. Why do you got some blighted dead goat thingies running around as well? Don't get it? I don't get it. Of course you're barred. You're barred because I want to go in that way. Now you're gonna make me have to look for another way in. Which means I've got to go around. Yeah, I'm supposed to go around to that window.
Right behind you.
Hold up. No! Oh. You're really not gonna let me on the roof? Wow, okay. Gonna let me on this roof at least? Alright, you'll let me on this one. But of course, there's nothing up here. The one roof y'all let me on is pointless. Okay.
I sprained my shoulder.
Alright. Silvo has been taken care of. I hope that was not a bad thing to do. Although it seems like a major waste because all it was a freaking rotten apple. So I feel like there might actually be some... Ooh. Some negative... what am I thinking of? Some consequences to that.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Still doesn't make it any less weird. Just saying. You're tilling the fields with the undead. And you call it normal because you're animancers. I do not think that should be the norm. But what do I know? Question is there any point in going to the water? Really not that far. Interesting. Really are capping my directions here. Alright, so furthest I'll go here is the cave. Uh-huh. At least there's not a lot of water, I'm hoping, in this area to try and explore. Like in Dawnshore. Okay. Oh yeah. What is this? Oh, the Zarp camp battle scars. Alright, can't really find that right now. Let's just stay on the main road. That way we've got like a cut-through path.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you... They just make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Adiran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
You're using your dead to work the fields? I don't see the problem with revenants working the fields. I agree with her. The dead should be used as farming equipment. I have no part in this. Goodbye.
Well, they're more efficient than we are. They don't need to sleep or eat, and it leaves us free to do other things.
Oh, well, fire is much more efficient at harvesting the fields. But we wouldn't want to eat whatever it leaves behind. Every monster we let wander the valley is one more threat to our children, not to mention to our crops.
You're not wrong about that.
Nothing. That is my point.
Oh, then you will not mind when the animancers put one in your home. Perhaps you can get one of the animancers to raise up your late wife so she can keep cooking your dinner. At least someone around here seems to have a semblance of common sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. There's forces at play here.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
You know what I said, but we only have so much to go around. Godlike.
Hold on.
Gatsapa! Did the cow step on your face?
Rude.
You're the first godlike to come through in... well...
Ever?
I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
I don't know. It's definitely not a bad sign. Please don't burn me with your superstition. What makes you think my presence means anything?
I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
You can always ask the other settlements for aid.
You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
See what you have for sale. You do? It's mainly all I care about. That provides information on locations of fragments for Skane's god totem. Purchase it to see the information contained within. Yes. Or Scon's. To find the totem of the quiet slave and ancient tower you must brave. Left alone in fallow fields, the ritual blade thirsts for skin freshly peeled. In a place of worship amidst moldering rot, this idol continues to scheme and plot. In a damp hollow, its siblings waits full of rage while its previous owner decays with age. From on high, the third surveys the land, sowing the seeds of revolt near at hand. In a verdant glade where old ruins crumble, you will find beads dark and umbral. Hidden in ruins of heathens long gone, the octet of skulls sings its silent song. Okay. Not going to waste money on that. Staying on the road, I can create a path.
Gods, what do I tell Sylvia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Why is it on me? Tell me what you lost instead of insulting me?
Ah, finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Sure.
I really don't think you can deny. I wouldn't let an animancer within 100 yards of my crops.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giat is about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational. She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giat has put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
What are they fighting about?
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn.
The city's so overgrown. It's like the living lands is pushing out an infection.
That's one way to look at it. And that might be even honestly what it's doing. Alright. That's all we'll do as far as going around here for now. Let's go into the city and explore. Do I have some drop frames?
Yeah,
What?
I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
It's a nice day, isn't it?
I don't know. It's nighttime. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
Why are you even here? That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference? Why am I going to have to listen to you cry about it later? I apologize, Captain Alfear. Wasn't my intention to interfere.
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fjord. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Animancy is dangerous. We need to rule it out as a factor in this plague. Perhaps the diplomacy should be left to diplomats, Captain. I'd suppose the Valians don't like adherents telling them their own business.
If their experiments are affecting Adiran interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests.
What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
No. He's being ironic. Thank you. Kulichi's house. Kulichi's journal 2. The crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The Dream Scourge has come to Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giada has become restless in Fior Messiverno. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yatsli's voice that first night at Nakutidik. Our future is a blaze of risk. Isn't that wonderful? But this time I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is king. I keep asking myself what the point of all this is if we abandon animancy at the first sign of struggle. Alright, that's 3. Where's 1? Here we go. Kulichi's Journal 1. Today, Talu approached me at the market, a bundle of greens in hand. First glance, I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further inspection, the mold shimmered with a strange gloss. I've brought the bundle back to my shop for immediate testing. fear the worst. For days now, Giada and I pass the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stairs soil. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. The wildlife shows signs of strain. A bear emerged from the hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without any sign of attack or cause, the symptom of a larger disease. Small book. Add it to journal. Letter. Darling, I wish you could have joined me this time. I understand Vidaro needs his hand held at the best of times, let alone during the onset of a famine, but still. Ruins are a little more beautiful with you here to explain things too. Of course, you can't join me now, even if Vidaro's suddenly grown competent. I've explored this ruin thoroughly, and I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now. So don't miss me too much, my dear. I'll be home soon. Yatsley. Or Yatsley. I forget how she says her name. Nice little home they got. Nice. Dustline note, gather supplies, 5 days rations, 3 disinfectants, 1 large canvas bag, 2 steel daggers, 1 pistol, 4 bullets. Still need. Set of disarming tools, 3 lockpicks, more if possible. You've been breaking too many lately. Spare change of clothes. A fat bottle of celebratory wine bought with all the money you're going to make on this. Backbone so you finally make the God's damn trip to the Tusks. Interesting.
Empty again.
Yeah, seems that way.
Vidaro says the current crop looks promising, though.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
Letter, the apothecary's shop. Martin, please apologize to your customers for the delay in sending this order. I'm afraid we can only send half of what you requested. The herbal yield in Emerald Stair was less than I'd hoped this season for quality medicinals and tinctures. I hope the shipment suffices for the time being. Sincerely, Abrit, Poria, and Veleno.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts. and even the Dream Scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
What prayer were you reciting just now?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Fjord's problems couldn't possibly have anything to do with angry spirits. What if we carried out the rituals in your stead? I imagine Fjord's problems had kept you too busy to complete the rituals. If it was your negligence that caused this, it's your responsibility to fix it.
Are you volunteering us to hang out in a graveyard?
Oh, if you would, that would simply be wonderful. I wouldn't know how to thank you. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Seems like a waste of food when the rest of the town is starving.
I had to take the food. The fate of Fjord depends on it. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
I'm sitting here while the frames are dropping due to network connection. So if you can bear with me for a minute. $3,500 frames in a matter of, like, what, half a minute? Alright, an interesting custom. I'd love to know more. Feeding the living should outweigh the needs of the dead. If this will help with Fjord's problems, then I suppose it's all worth it. No matter the reason, you are a thief and you should be punished.
But this does help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the dangers their anger caused. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
What we've done today, Leia. What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose body rests there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
We hope this will calm your angry spirits. Maybe this will help you find some peace as well. This seems like a waste of perfectly good food. What can you tell me about this final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee. I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly. I cannot predict what awaits you at these graves.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should help the living and let the dead rest.
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Yeah. Edict of Subsistence. By order of the governor's will in office, all greens, fruits, and grain of the earth are to be rationed by Fior's proper authority. Effective immediately, these temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts at subversion shall be swiftly dealt with. Ignacy Vidaro, Belle Souvant of Emerald Stair. Alright, let's talk to the grain merchant real quick.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Which was where did I see the grain merchant at?
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
Oh, you're out here. Let's drop. Alright, where are you?
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else.
Chanel, Elder Rosanna stole food from your lorders. Bye, how can we help?
I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry.
I'll get the stolen food back from Rosanna. I'll pay the cost of the missing food and we can be done with this. The lost food. Elder Rosanna took the food to assuage the recently dead.
I empathize with Rosanna. I really do. My family shares those beliefs, and has for as long as I can remember. In this situation, though, I truly believe the living need the food more than the dead. Right now, I'd much rather have the food, but this will go a long way if we ever get another merchant from Dawnshore. Thank you. It may not seem like much, but this could mean life or death to some people. I should get back to it. Stay safe out there.
Probably made more sense to get the food. Alright. So with that, pick up the bounties, and then that's where I'm going to call it.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
I don't know why around morning time it just starts dying. Excuse me. This is insane. To be this unhinged of a connection. What's your role in Fiora Messiverno?
Officially, I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
I'll return when I have bounties to collect.
Aurat Algori. I hope to see you soon.
Beldurano, a reward will be given for killing the Earth Blight known as Beldurano. Number of rangers and settlers perished in a natural disaster. Now their souls are bound together in agony, incarnated as the Blight. Please put them out of their misery to claim your reward.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a Blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
The Trantons. Word will be given for killing the notorious Tranton bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure that these raids end for good.
Oh, the Trantons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Old Nuna. Oh god. A reward will be given for killing an ancient and dangerous bear that has taken up residence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize this bear as Old Nuna, a beast responsible for the deaths of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Delemgan. Reward will be given for killing a group of Delemgan within the Western Forest. They have been acting more aggressively lately, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers out in the field.
Ah, those Delemgan.
Delemgan.
They're not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Fletchia's dispatch wanted Sansa, a cartographer in Paradise. Has reported his assistant Fletchia missing in the Emerald Stair. Reward will be offered for the return of Fletchia's cartographic notes. Below is her last correspondence posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report new progress on my charts of the Emerald Stair. I have taken up near a curious ruin that the locals call Nakutetic, godless perhaps. I will note it. Such architecture I've never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help worrying that my presence here is a burden. Though the Fiorans welcome me warmly, it is clear they have fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Kind regards, Fletchia. Zarovs. Attention, reward will be given for killing the Zarps that have taken up residence at the abandoned farms northwest of Fior. If those farms are ever to be reclaimed, the Zarps will need to be driven away from the land. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. I want to start earlier, but I was just looking into things and checking things out. So with that, with the focus on Kick for a month, so I'm saying May 17th, May 18th, give or take, we'll see how progress is. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please do take care. Remember, my VODs will all be available on YouTube. You can find the link on the channel down below. Thank you.